We all have a vision of who we want to be. This vision might include being healthier, more productive, or more connected with loved ones. However, there often exists a gap between our aspirations and our daily reality. We may struggle to bridge this gap, feeling frustrated by our inability to make lasting changes. Many of us can relate to the experience of setting ambitious goals only to fall short of our own expectations. We might start a new diet with enthusiasm, only to find ourselves reaching for familiar comfort foods a few weeks later. Or we might commit to a regular exercise routine, but our motivation dwindles after a few days. This cycle of attempted change followed by a return to old habits can be discouraging, leaving us feeling stuck and powerless. But there's hope. The science of habit formation offers a powerful framework for understanding how we can bridge the gap between our current selves and our desired selves. By understanding the mechanisms behind our habits, we can learn to create positive, lasting changes that lead us closer to the lives we envision. Why do we find it so difficult to stick to new habits? The answer lies in the way our brains are wired. Our brains are constantly seeking ways to conserve energy. Habits, being automatic behaviors, require minimal mental effort, making them the brain's preferred mode of operation. When we try to establish a new habit, we're essentially trying to rewire our brains, creating new neural pathways that compete with deeply ingrained old ones. This process requires conscious effort and repetition. Initially, the new behavior feels unfamiliar and demanding, requiring us to actively think about each step. It's like driving to a new location. You have to pay close attention to the route, consulting the map frequently. However, as we repeat the new behavior consistently, the neural pathways associated with it become stronger. The brain starts to recognize the sequence of actions as a pattern and gradually automates it. Over time, the effort required diminishes and the new behavior begins to feel as effortless as the old habit it replaced. Imagine your brain as a dense jungle. Every time you perform an action, whether it's brushing your teeth or scrolling through social media, you create a path in this jungle. The more frequently you walk a particular path, the clearer and more defined it becomes. Over time, these well-worn paths become our habits, the automatic behaviors that shape our days. Habits are not inherently good or bad, they're simply the brain's way of making life more efficient. However, the habits we develop can either support our goals or hinder our progress. If we're not intentional about the paths we create, we may end up traversing the same unproductive routes day after day, leading us further away from our desired destination. The good news is that we have the power to change the landscape of our brains. By consciously choosing the paths we want to strengthen, we can create new habits that align with our goals and aspirations. Just as a gardener cultivates a beautiful garden through consistent effort, we can cultivate a life that reflects our values and aspirations by nurturing positive habits.